So, hi everyone. I'm going to be doing a Starseed reading, we'll call it. So, I'm going to be homing in on someone specific. I've no idea who it is, but we'll request that somebody that is subscribed now or will be in the future, and will land upon this magically. Now, the way of spirit and the way of the magic of the light beings and the angels and God and source energy, whatever you call yours, I don't really care, because, and especially because we're in Pisces season, as long as you connect with the divine in some kind of magical way, it's all good. So, but for the purpose of this, we're just going to trust that this reaches who it's meant to. And please do let me know in the comments if it was yours. You don't need to let me know why it was yours. I would just appreciate it if you would let me know that who it's for found it. And if you have to let me know in private, that's okay too. You can email me. But let us know in the comments if you're not shy, and you can. Right. So the first question, I forgot already, is what you came here to express and share with the world, your soul gift. And as I was saying, by that time I will have published that. I done a minute with the moon, but it was 8 minutes and 40 seconds, I think it was. But anyway, yeah, basically it was all reflecting what's been coming through when I just done a Starseed past life regression there. And it was just basically a lot of the answers that come back from them are your mission is to shine your light. And so that might be quite infuriating sometimes. You're like, oh, what does that mean? But it's just basically you're here to have fun, and you're here to enjoy your life, and you're here to have fun, enjoy your life. And yes, you can even make money from that. And in the new earth, that's actually how it works, because my belief is, and I say it all the time, I don't actually believe money will either be around or will be using it in the same way. It's interesting. What was that? I don't know what that was. It was over there by the wall. It's not stormy out there anymore. That's been cancelled. So anyway, right. So forgot already. Doesn't really matter though. Soul gift, what you came here to express and share with the world, guys. For the next one, I'm going to be floaty as fuck, more than usual, because it's like I'm like that all the time anyway, always have been. But my clears and my experiences are going to even the next level up from what it already was. So what you're going to do, it's got to deal with it, right? Excuse the big bags under my eyes. I've not slept very well. Like I said in that reading, I was having a lot of pain in my solar plexus. Thank God like I say, my friend was here and we were hanging out, and because she's a healer as well, the way spirit knew that was going to happen. And it was, but I was definitely, because I transmute people's pain a lot of the time by taking it on as my own. Yeah, and then I feel the collectives, and then obviously sometimes it's going to be mine as well. But it was really bad. And then when I asked my guides what it was about, I got clarity on that as well. But I just feel a bit tender today. So, but I felt really guided to this. Michelle, thank you so much. I just finished watching Grease 2. I wasn't going to come in. I'm doing this unlisted. I wasn't going to come in and chat, but anyway. I can't change who I am, and I don't want to. So I'm having a wee chat. So I'll maybe put a timestamp for the people that don't want to hear my chat. But yeah, thank you for gifting me with that experience of watching Grease 2, because, well, it's part of it, isn't it? Dance. Do something to shift your vibration. I'm not going to lie. I was dancing when I got up. Not much, but I was dancing while I was watching it on the couch, and then I got up and I was just like, yeah, I thought it was Michelle Pfeiffer. I was just loving life. But yeah, absolute cheese. I mean, it's so funny because I'm cringing thinking, please don't make that come into my channeling, but I know it's gonna. I mean, even I'd be glad if it was just this bit, but I was getting major downloads, activations myself during watching that. And you know, without going into all the cheese of it, it doesn't even matter. You know, it's not even so much about who's the guy and who's the girl, because again, there's a lot of twin flames that are same-sex couples and all that, and we're all just souls. But it was really just what I got from that was well, the fact that the guy goes away and it's like in Grease 1, isn't it? The guy goes away and makes himself all cool, and actually she was falling in love with who he was anyway, as like the geeky guy. So it's that's what I got from it. That's what twin flames are about as well, that you try to hide who you really are. Both twins do. But actually, in actual fact, when you just be who you are, whoever that is, and whatever it is you like, because like I say, twin flames is, I say this all the time, but somebody must need to heed it. You're not, it's really hard to put into words. You are the same and you're not the same. I'm just going to, Pisces doesn't need to make sense, right? It's magical, but it is like that. But that's what I was getting from that, is it's kind of like, don't change yourself so that someone will love you. And there's also, actually, I'm going to talk about Grease. It's because I've just finished watching it, but there was lots of things in that as well that kind of show you like toxic behavior too, because with the other characters in that, when the guy that's I suppose he's meant to be like Danny Zuko's character, but you know, the guy that fancies Michelle Pfeiffer's character, like he can't handle it, that basically she's dumped him, and like, you know, he's trying to basically say you're mine kind of thing. It's toxic, isn't it? And the thing is, a lot of guys do that with girls, but a lot of girls do that with guys as well. And it's, again, like what I say all the time, if you have to convince somebody, or at worst that, control somebody to tell them they're yours, there's a fucking problem going on there. Do you know what I mean? Should they need to point that out? But again, a lot of people do need that pointed out. And even when you do point it out, they'll not see that it's toxic behavior. And again, there'll be people that can back me up on that, and there'll be people that wouldn't back me up on it because they didn't like to hear it. I've said that to loads of people around me, whether it be clients or in my personal life, like, you know, let it go. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of like, you know, I'm talking about if you're getting angry, or like, I've never been a fan of like, you know, controlling behavior, or like telling somebody what they can and can't do, you know, in a major toxic way when you're in a relationship, because it's kind of like, where's the trust? You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't want somebody doing that to me. So whenever like there was anybody close around me kind of acting like that towards someone there, I was kind of be like, you know, why are you like that? Or anyway, whatever. That's just coming through as well. So dance, do something to shift your vibration. So what you came in here to express and share with the world. So whoever this is, you came in here to enjoy your life. You might be an actual dancer. You know, that might be a part of your gift, whether it be professional dancing or I don't know, being pretty good at dancing on a night out. I mean, don't we all think we're great, even if we're not? But again, it's about having fun. Right, Spirit, give us another card. I knew I was going to bring that into what I was talking about. Absolute cheese, though. Grease 1 will always be the best, but I do love the songs in Grease too. Woo! Mother Mary, how can you mother yourself? So there's obviously some kind of connection with me sharing at the start. Like I say, there always is, about making sure that you're taking care of you and looking after you. And like I say, apart from filming this today and the little video that you'll have seen by now, or, you know, it's the other one that I've done that was just a few minutes, I've just absolutely chilled, you know what I mean? I've had my walk, I've ate well, I've watched a film, and then I'm just going to spend the rest of the weekend doing stuff for me, really. So how can you mother yourself? How can you look after your divine feminine energy? And there's a lot about protecting your energy coming up. Of course, we should all the time, but definitely those of you that are going to be resonating with the messages, like every day or most days, do something to shift your vibration. What makes you happy? It's not a coincidence that I'm sharing about this. What makes me happy is films. And like I've shared this before, is it's like, I can't even remember the last time, not obviously, but the last time I went to my pictures was before all this mentalness in the world. And I think actually, I might be wrong, but oh my God, that's ages ago. I think the last film I actually saw at the pictures was A Star is Born. And I mean, that was just shown on the TV here recently. So that shows you how long ago that was. But that might be significant too, because my eyes just got drawn up to A Star is Born. So it could be that there's some sort of significant with the songs in this film. Now, obviously, they are all very, see, it's so Pisces, it's little motto. Because again, it's like, that's why I battled, many reasons why I battled against following my calling to help and heal the twin flames in public, I might add, because I've been helping and healing the twin flames in private for many years. But the one reason why I was like, oh, not is because I do cringe very easily. You know what I mean? I'm a side room. I'm like, I think, but like, honestly, there was bits that I'm like, that's major cringe, like major, like that would not, I'm sorry. Like, I actually don't want a cool rider. And I definitely not my type. Do you know what I mean? Just say, but anyway, that's it. Doesn't need to be exact, but it's kind of like look through what I'm saying. It's quite funny when I'm laughing at the way it's coming through. But it's about yeah. It's about the way that we have to battle through our shadow to be like, you know, my shadow, although I don't want a cool rider, my shadow is kind of like Scorpio rising, kind of mysterious and yeah, that kind of cheese, that the cheese, the cheesy bits in which I was when I was watching that film, I'm like, oh my God. Or yeah, it's kind of because I love a bit of cheese. Like you say, I love all the romantic films everyone else does, but I kind of more love that stuff in private. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Right. So I know somebody will get what I mean. I'll need to watch this back to see it, but I get what they're saying. You're already doing it. Stop overthinking. Keep facing your true north. And then I love how this is coming through because this is actually what I'm saying is that I put a lot of pressure on myself to be like I knew that I was meant to be helping people in public talking about the twin flame journey because there'll be people that are exactly well it's only that there's parts of their journey that they can only get through me. It's our soul contract, just like I say to my clients and lots of you that'll be watching this. There's some people out there that need it from you, like that it's not me that they need to hear it from, but they need to hear it from you. And it's kind of like but don't make it so hard and don't make it seem like it needs to be this big massive deal. Don't get me wrong, it was a big deal for me to start sharing in the way that I'm sharing, but I was already doing it. Do you know, like that card says, you're already doing it. Stop overthinking, keep facing your true north. It was just it amped up for me when it was my north node, which we've just moved out of, and now we're in the North Node in Taurus. We're in the North Node in Taurus. And you might find that for a lot of you out there, your twins, I wouldn't be at all surprised if a lot of twins, now this isn't everyone, but for some sets of twins there, you might find that your North Node was perhaps either North Node in Gemini, like we've just come out of, and it may be that your twins is North Node in Taurus. I have been seeing that throughout clients, and yeah, I know that that will be the case for some. And for others, and that actually doesn't mean, for some it will mean you're similar ages to myself, but for other people, like I know I can think of someone subscribed to here actually, it's got the same North Node as me that is a lot older. So, you know, just look out for that as well. And these are things that I can look at in your chart in a personal session. And also, by the way, there's a lot of people out there that have been letting me know in private that they found that full moon like really challenging. And like I say, I didn't find it the best, you know, like with Leo being my favourite moon placement, Leo full moon would usually be a really exciting full moon for me. And there'd usually be like loads of amazing stuff happening. And it's not like anything not so amazing happening, but I had quite a lot of irritating shit coming up. And like what I was saying, you know, there's been more psychic attack than usual, but Leo is shining bright. And because I'm turning the dial up a little bit, so I better get ready for when I turn it up full blast. You know, it's going to amp up because, like I say, I experience that every day in some way, shape, or form. So I always protect my energy, but sometimes like, you know, stuff's going to get in, and like, who knows, that could have been actually what the sore stomach was about as well, because I was like, you know, when you're like having to push your hand in your stomach, like, fuck hell, man, it was bad. Right, anyway, so you're already doing it. So whoever I'm reading for here right now, I mean, like I say, it's resident a new Earth. It's because the new Earth is happening. It's, you know, it might transpire that I am actually reading for myself, but I didn't set that intention. I set the intention that this was going to be someone out there. So we'll just, because a lot of the time I am going to, a lot of the time I am going to resonate with what I'm channeling, because that is just the way in which my guides deliver the message. It's the way it's been for years. It's not about to stop now, and it'll be that just someone's at a very, very scarily similar part of the journey to me. So yes, right. So whatever, so basically whatever it is you came here to express and share with the world, just do something that makes you happy. How can you look after your energy as well as doing that? And stop overthinking that you're not already doing it, and keep facing your true north. And like I say, if you want me to help you and support you with following your calling in your north node, I can look at that in a session. And so, so it is just someone that I'm reading for here is in a very similar place to me, of maintaining that balance of doing what you love, following your calling, but also make sure you're not giving too much of your energy out, right? And it's like, you know, I said that to people close to me, like I just sort of gave a wee heads up, which you don't even need to do, but because I've sort of slacked a little bit with that with people I'm really close to, like my membership and clients and people, and even friends where appropriate, like I just sort of say, like, listen, I'm just kind of needing a wee bit of time myself, so don't worry about me, I'm all right, but I just want to have my weekend and even my Monday to myself, because that's my day off. Do you know what I mean? So whoever you are out there, if you're resonating with this, you just need to do the same. Find the healthy balance of giving and receiving, maintaining your boundaries, especially now, because we're in the first full day of Pisces season. Boundaries are people are going to push your boundaries big time, and I bet it's already been happening. Pisces is a beautiful, beautiful sign of soulmates, twin flames, unconditional love, but it's also complete no boundaries, like no boundaries. Often Pisces placements do struggle with that. When I burp or hiccup, it's because I'm transmuting the energy. They struggle to set boundaries with others because of that kindness. But they can also, Pisces placements can also equally be a bit blind to boundaries as well. It's something, if you look at it in your chart, you should be able to, or I could help you see where I see what you're saying there. So, right. Karmic wound. What you came here to heal. This should be interesting. So, what did you come here to heal? Now, wouldn't it be funny if it said something about ancestors or ancestral things, or karmic? What's that one? Karmic. It's one where 3 women are flying up. Something about karmic stuff. Karmic wounds. Healing family history sort of stuff. Karmic wound. What you came here to heal. Deep cellular healing. Arcturus energy, physical and emotional healing. Yeah, so again, it's like you come in with that energy to be a healer. So I feel like the path of many healers, it's been about healing yourself, body, mind, and soul. You may still be doing that. You may still be in counselling or therapy. You may be going to a regular energy healer. Again, personally, none of that needs to stop when you are a healer. If anything, coming, definitely this would be my counselling background coming in here. But if anything, when you're working in the matrix, you actually have to have a counselling supervisor to oversee your work. So, you can have some real deep insights that bounce off you when you're with somebody. Again, somebody said that to me the other day, but that is what I am for a lot of people. A lot of other healers are either counsellors or because even if you're not a trained counsellor, you have to listen to a client. You know, you have to listen to what it is they feel they need. Especially as a shaman, the most important part for me is listening to what they say. And then, you know, you'll be guided to, that's what that person needs. Because that's how all my live sessions are done. I give the person a bit of time to talk. Sometimes people need just 10 minutes, sometimes people need 20 minutes, sometimes people need 40 minutes. I mean, this is why I've been guided to really focus in on like the fairy energy exchange there, because for many, many years, you know, I've went way, way over the time, and I was happy to. But now, because I just, you know, there's just so much more respect for my own time and energy. I was always trying to respect my own time and energy, but I was always just kind of like, I'm just so loving and giving that I'm like, you know what I mean? It is what it is, as long as I've had some sort of energy exchange. But like, that's, yeah, now I love myself even more than what I already did. I'm like, no, that's not fair, because a lot of you know, it's not even about what other people do. It's like it's not fair. That's not it's not fair to give all that time and energy and there not to be the fair energy exchange, especially for when I go through things like what I was experiencing yesterday, because that I just look, that's hilarious. My God, I did put a vest on. Jeez, this jumper is funny. Anyway, I didn't notice the point at which the jumper totally fell down. What does that mean? That must mean something about exposing yourself, like you're vulnerable. I can't handle it. Right. Like being more vulnerable, because it's like, you know, bearing skin is kind of like showing more of yourself. But I mean, when you look at the analogy, that's so funny. I just looked and I thought, where the fuck's my jumper? Anyway, let's move on. God, do you know, I would really challenge you, is there anybody else there that reads like me? Because I'm just like chilling on a Saturday. I'm just kind of, I'll just watch the film. I'm just going to channel read it. I'm just going to chat to the laptop like I'm chatting to a pal. Anyway, so you've come in here to heal yourself, mind, body, soul. And I would imagine once you have done enough of that, you feel strong enough, you'll be guided to help in the new earth with others. But right now, you're stopping, embracing winter and the great cosmic womb. So again, this is definitely someone that's being guided to go into that shadow space, as I've just said all of that. That is about, you know, looking at your shadow, going inwards. But basically, you know, that deep, deep divine feminine energy, and I'm still laughing at that, and just kind of really needing a hermit to heal is what keeps coming in. The terms that keep coming to me are, you know, follow the fun and hermit to heal. So it is a bit of both. It's like, you know, you can still do stuff and you even still, you know, be with people that, you know, uplift your energy, but just real keep a healthy balance of that. Because especially if you're like myself, like I've got a few select people that I love spending time with, but I do, like I say, I absolutely love and need to spend time alone as well. And so I imagine a lot of you are like that. Pulsive mother, slow down, time and nature. Yeah. So what I'm getting from that, I don't know that I'll pull 3 cards for each question, but what I'm getting from that is like the karmic wounds that you've come in to heal is perhaps where you didn't see that happen. Like perhaps you had, you know, like parents around you that were kind of rushing around busy, or weren't kind of stopping to like pay loads or any attention to their physical, emotional, mental health, spiritual. I imagine we can all resonate with that in some way, shape, or form, because it wasn't back in the day, or you know, it's still in some ways, it wasn't really it wasn't the done thing. Even now, I mean, it's so like, I'm just kind of roll my eyes at it, but it's so kind of like shit how a lot of people like feel like, oh, you know, you can only see a counselor if there's something really terrible that's happened to you. Like that is so backward thinking. I've not even got enough like words for it. It's like everybody should want to understand themselves better and love and accept themselves and have good boundaries. Now, I'm well aware that, yeah, not everybody can afford to go to a counsellor. But like I always say, some people can as well, but they just don't make their mental health, emotional health, spiritual, physical. But a lot of people do think, oh, you know, if your physical health's like alarm bells, you'll go and do something about that. But if it's your mental health or spirit, definitely spiritual or emotional, like most people leave it a long, long time, and you know, just be like, oh yeah, that's just, you know, I've just got trauma from that, and then not doing anything about it. Like, you know, we live in a really amazing time of where there's so many energy healers like myself that can actually help you with something, and it really doesn't need to take forever in a day. Some things can be healed like a lot or like completely, depending on what it was, within a session. Some things it has to take a few sessions, some things it's like quite a few sessions, like over a few months. And again, that's like, you know, dependent on what it is that you need healing and clearing with. And like I always say as well, you can clear and heal a lot for yourself too, but it's going to take a long, long time to do a lot of that. So it's really a bit of both. It's a bit of using your common sense and tuning your intuition, what you can heal for yourself and what you need other people to hold space for. And that's really dependent on who you trust. But what I'm getting from this is karmic wounds. What you came here to heal, you came here to heal deep cellular heal. You came here to heal your physical and emotional health. You came here to learn the new way of the new earth, because that new earth card caught my eye as well, which is basically, it's not about rush, 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 go, go, go. Only productivity gets rewarded. Because it's like even me, you know what I mean? Like, this is now the second, actually, yeah, this is now the second Saturday in a row that I've sat down during the day and watched a film, and I fucking love it. So I think this is my new Saturday routine. When I get somebody asking me if you want to do something on Saturday, I'll be like, well, actually, no, because I'm sitting and watching Grease. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, it's whatever. And that might not be anywhere remotely what is fun to you, but my soul likes that after a long week of helping people with really challenging stuff. Not everyone's challenging, but a lot of it is. Some of it's like life coaching and helping people with exciting parts of their journey. But a lot of it is really heavy. I love nothing more. Like, actually, one of my best friends asked me that yesterday, like, what are you up to this weekend? I was like, absolutely fuck all. And I'm excited about it. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's true. So just be honest with yourself. So again, I feel, yeah, pulse of mother, slow down, take time in nature. That's what the karmic wind that you're healing is, just to learn to slow down a bit and not feel guilty about it. Love it. What you came here to learn. Now, this will be interesting if it echoes that. What did this person or people, whoever's resonating with this, come here to learn? Like I say, it's totally, I feel this is like this is kind of feeling like a collective divine feminine reading for the wave that I'm at, really, but I'll still read it like it's for someone out there, and then I'll reflect on that afterwards. What did you come here to learn? To break the chain. This is the one, now this is not a specific one, but this is one of the ones that I meant. You came here to break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. And that's what I was just saying. That is what you can do for yourself, but also healers can do that for you. I literally done that for a friend and a client last night, where you rewrite the brain chemistry, you know, for a past life regression. Like, what is it that you loved about your starseed origin? Right, we're going to bring that calm, light, floaty feeling of being an energy in the sky or the clouds or wherever. Or I've had people come through that say they can remember life as a crystal. You know, whatever it is that was amazing about that, we can bring that feeling. Whatever it is that's making you feel down or even depressed, or like what the hell is this shithole of a world, because it was so amazing being that light or that star or that crystal. We can, you know, clear that energy, because that's not going to help you. You are here on earth. If you're watching this video, you are here on earth, and you're here on earth to be happy, but you're breaking the chain of any kind of pain that is that you've pulled from past lives, and that you've brought from your past life, as in your childhood, or you know, teenage years or early adult, depending what age you are. It could be past even last week, for, you know, it could be anything, but it's and obviously past lives that are like I say, like when you were energy, but also when you were whoever you were, male, female, in another life as well. Right, so wow, this is a magical reading, because you agreed to come here. This is what you agreed to come here and learn, to birth a new age, birth a new creations, dreaming a new world into being. And I did say that. So I'm really going to be really interested to see what I've channeled in this. It's, yeah, you're birthing a new age. You agreed to birth a new age where the divine feminine rises. Look at these cards and you look at them like that, right? Break the chain, birthing a new age, the pictures. And you're divinely guided with it. You know, you're breaking the chain. You're divinely guided to do this, to step into that divine feminine energy. I'm not going to add to that. That's lovely. The thing that's challenging you the most, right? What's challenging you the most with this mission to help birth a new age? Because you're not in it alone. It might feel like you're in it alone at times, especially if you don't have a lot of starseed soul family around you in your physical everyday life. But remember, in the blessed age of the internet, I know it's not always blessed because it can have a lot of bullshit on it too, but it's in this age, it's to look at the positive. It means that we can connect here and feel like we are and do have star family, soul family around us, people that do get it. And there's people that get it because they've been on this journey in this earthly realm for many, many years. Like I say, I went through, I always say it's like I came out spiritually awakened because I've been super psychic my whole life, but my big part of my spiritual awakening started, like say, my early 20s, which is really quite young to go through that. From most people that I've met, I think I've only met one other person, one of my clients actually, soul family, that went through that at a similar age. But basically, and then it was more heightened for me later on, and then all the twin flame stuff. It was 2010, so it's been a long time, right? The thing that's challenging you the most. Oh, that's what I was going to say, is that's the people that have been a long time, but people that are just newly awakening to this journey, and specifically the twin flame journey as well, they will have, or you will have, depending on who's watching this, like a familiar feeling, like a comfortable feeling or a family feeling being on here as well. Like I bet there'll be loads of people that are watching this and it's kind of like, right, I'm not one of the people that speaks up, but like I kind of like these people, like they feel like home. Do you know what I mean? If you feel like that, that's, you're not imagining that. It's because we are family. Do you know what I mean? Like we were all a family of light and we're all finding each other. That's beautiful. Right, but what are the challenges with this? Oh, fucking hell, aye. Look, that looks like me as the blue star. Like, no, I don't want to leave this place. Wait, it's not yet time. Things are being woven. That's the challenge. This really is a divine feminine reason. That reading, and the divine feminine reason. That sounds important. Yeah, that is the challenge, is that as a divine feminine, you're going to have a bit of waiting to do. And from the people that I help and being on this journey, that can be a very difficult lesson to learn, is that you did sign up for this. You not only signed up to help birth a new age, you signed up to wait on your twin flame. Now, I don't like the word wait, right? Holding space, I prefer, but it can very much feel like you are waiting on your twin flame. But like I've said before, it's, if you're waiting and you're really getting fed up, like too fed up in that way, and you can't, because again, you're always going to feel that at some point along the journey, no matter whether it's been 20 years, 10 years, definitely it's been 20 years, but 20 years, 10 years, 5 years, even 2 years. Like I say, I've had some clients that have only known who their twin flame is for 6 months, and they, in some ways, it's like, they really can't handle it. But it's kind of like, you have to look at why that is. Like, why are you needing that other physical person that much? Besides the obvious reasons that it's the other half of your soul and the person that's going to get you the most in this world. I feel you on that one. It's kind of like, you have to find something that you have to be able to be happy alone. You have to be happy in your own skin. You have to be comfortable. You have to love being able to do things like that, like sitting watching a film in the middle of the day and not needing anybody here. And that's irony. When you're happy doing that, that's when, I've always loved that saying, right in the middle of an ordinary life gives you a fairy tale, you know, something like that. But or yeah, you know what I mean? It's true. It's like, it's when you're happy and you're comfortable in your own skin, that's when someone else can meet you, and not just someone else. Like you say, you know, the twin flame will begin to, when they're activated, feel more comfortable in their skin once they've went through this. Exactly. I thought this said transformation, but it says don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? I now know why I've said everything that I've said, because that's like how I started this off. I was dimming to fit in by, yes, I was doing daily card readings, and you know, I started my YouTube channel, I think it was 2015, but I stop and start. And you know, people always, the people that like me anyway, or the people that love me, loved my Facebook lives. And you know, and it's kind of like, and but I was always, I was dimming my light there, because I experienced so much jealousy on a, like say, on a daily basis, like psychic attack, like, but it's kind of like, and it kind of put me off, like for a long time. It's like I just want to help people, and I don't want to get the shit for it. But now it's kind of like, I want to help people, I still don't want to get the shit for it, but it's not going to stop me. Do you know what I mean? So it's kind of like, how are you dimming your light to fit in? That's what you're learning. You're learning not to let that stop you. And I'm very lucky that I've got a lot of people around me that if ever that does get to me too much, they remind me what I would say to them. And my guides remind me too, and my loved ones in spirit. I've got the most amazing loved ones in spirit that cheer me on. And so have you. What's one more thing? So the waiting can be difficult, and that specifically felt the part that feels like you're waiting on your twin to catch up. In actual fact, if you're in that feeling too much, you're probably missing a trick. What can you focus on in your life? Either healing that you need to do, or like say, if you've moved through quite a lot of that heavier healing, can you just enjoy yourself? Can you just, you know, find something to entertain yourself, you know, before you know it, that person comes along. And it's really a bit of both. Like, you know, it's like, if I wasn't feeling so good today, just stay in my bed and probably watch the telly or read a book, or like actually, yeah, last weekend I did do that. I read a whole book, and I don't even like reading, I'm dyslexic. I like listening to books, but when I'm really guided to, I will. So. The other challenge is to answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? Yeah, this is all tying in. I always knew what my soul was calling me to do. And I always knew that actually, when I really stepped up to the plate and done it, amazing things would happen in many parts of my life. And I still do believe that. And I know, well, actually it is. And it's kind of like, you know, it's because it's happening the way that I just love it, you know, like I've always loved what I'm doing, but I love it even more. And I said that, you know, I've said that a few times, but it's like, I actually really love channeling about twin flames and twin flame journey in public. Like, I love that I'm helping people, even more people than what I was helping already. So yes, so again, somebody else will resonate with that. And again, just change the twin flame part for whatever it is you're passionate about, whatever it is you get a buzz out of seeing somebody struggling. Wait a minute, hang on, I'm not finished. When you see somebody struggling with something and you know what to share with them that will help them, or you know what to do to help them, that I get a buzz out of that. Like, it really is me taking my own wounds, healing them for myself, and then sharing that wisdom and that healing with other people in my own unique way. So there may be loads of other people sharing about the twin flame journey. Like I say, a lot of them are liars. It's calling a spade a spade. A lot of them are trying to make a quick buck out of people brokenhearted over love, or some of them are just posing as divine feminines, as I got drawn to the word divine feminine on that. Maybe we need that deck. We'll end it with that. Oh yeah, fuck. So it has been a divine feminine reading. That's crazy that that's sitting there. Because I was not going to use that deck. Some of them are posing as divine feminines and they're not that. So, you know, learn to see through that. And again, there's some people that will be absolutely genuine, of integrity, and they're sharing from their own unique standpoint. It's your job to see through the masks. Who's real, who's not. It just keeps coming back to that. With the real Slim Shady, please stand up. With the real divine feminine, please stand up. If Mary Magdalene comes out that deck, I'll probably scream, but I'm sure it'll be a powerful one, whatever. Right, so that's what's challenging about it. Answering your call can be challenging. And I hear you, my friend, but when it's time, you'll know and you will answer the call, just like I did. But just like the card at the start, I bet you're already doing it. And if you need encouragement and cheerleading at already doing what you're doing or to get out there more, then book a session. Right, so if I resonate with you, what your soul is calling you toward. Let's see what your soul, oh, that's, this is a powerful reading. A new earth, it's happening. Keep holding the vision. That's what your soul is calling you towards. Again, it's the same card in a different deck. That's why I do this. That's why I mix the decks, because you're birthing a new age, the new earth, and it's happening. You following the fun, doing what you love, helps raise the vibration of the planet. You help yourself and you help other people. And for those of you on the twin flame journey, which is pretty much, like say, everyone watching this, or most people watching it, you help your twin flames. So your life is a canvas, artist, manifestation, creative accountability. So see that, and that's really interesting because that's actually something that I do in a lot of my sessions, if that interests you, is that's how we bring about something in the physical, is by putting it out there, like you're saying, my own unique way that I do that with people, mixing up all the different modalities that I use. And, you know, we create that canvas and it comes into physical manifestation. Like I say, I could write a book alone on what is cut, like people manifesting money, they didn't have money, people manifesting safety out of incredibly, like unsafe situations, people manifesting amazing work opportunities, people bringing about union with their twin flame. Again, like I say that, and that's not through manipulating it, it's through that obviously just was divinely timed, because that's the way that I do everything. Forge, don't follow, pave a new path, be the leader you wish you had. And yeah, I really do get that, because this is what is your soul calling you towards. With me sharing my story throughout this, that's basically what I'm saying, is I'm forging, I'm not following, I'm paving a new path in the way that I share how I help the twin flames in my own unique way. And like I say, there's so many amazing people out there helping twin flames too, but there's way more not so amazing ones that give a little bit of truth and a lot of bullshit and mix up people that are newly awakening. And they're, you know, they'll pay for that. Like that, there's really, you're racking up a lot of karma by doing that. You know, if anybody happens to stumble across that and they know that they're that person. Throat chakra. So yes, be the leader you wish you had. That's what it's all about. For whoever resonates with this, you've come here to help build the new earth. You've come here to, you know, paint on your canvas, create the life that you love, and help the people that you want to help. And it's not a coincidence. I said to a client yesterday in a session, you know, you're allowed to be picky too. Like, you know, don't just work with anyone. You're vetting people as much as they're vetting you. But it was more in the sense of, you know, at the sacral chakra, like, does it light you up? Does it excite you to work with this person? Because if not, probably not who you're meant to work with. Like, you know, I'm not in it for the money. I think after doing it for this long, and like I've said, like a lot of the time I can lose sight of that. That's obvious, but I have gotten better at that over the years, and I am better now. And it's about, for me, I don't care who wants to work with me or how much money they want to throw at me. If they're not the right fit, I won't work with them. But that doesn't tend to happen for me because of setting those boundaries. I attract like absolute dream clients, soul sisters, and a lot of them I've become very good friends with. So yeah, right. What do we need to know on top of this divine feminine reading? So just if you're new around here and you don't get this, kind of like this is for someone out there or for a collective of divine feminines, it feels like. But divine masculine energies will get help from this as well, because we've got both within us. So use your discernment, what resonates. It's basically, if you're new to me, the way in which I deliver a message is I've given a lot of my own experience there and my own story, because I'm a storyteller with the shamanic part, true storyteller, I might add. And it's about change the, what my calling is about, because my calling is my calling, you'll have your own calling. To what is it that lights you up? What is it that, like, say, it's not like I had to put the puzzle pieces together. And again, there's specific parts of my story that I will tell when it's divinely timed, about how I put the puzzle pieces together. But it is actually in my chart as well. It is. There's so many goddess, divine feminine placements, and like strong fiery ones, and like what I would call twin flame placements, like here to heal, twin flame. So it's, yeah. And like I say, I can spot that in your chart if you're led to have that session. That's a big set. That's one of my bigger sessions. Right. And if you'd like something like this for yourself, then you can email me to book that too. This would just be in a normal session. I could either do it recorded or live, right? So what divine feminine wants to support us with this message that I've channeled? I don't know how long it is. I can't remember when I started. Doesn't matter. Saraswati, that's about the arts, I think. The goddess of self-knowledge. The essence of who I am flows effortlessly into everything I create. Right, I love that already. I'm going to read it from the book though, because that's what the message has been about. That when you really get in a flow of things, you're never going to be perfect, but it's about you should be putting who you are into what you do. I put everything of who I am into everything that I create, right down to the fact that I wanted to just get straight into it and cut out all the chat. And my head didn't want to channel about Greece too, because a lot of it was cringe. I love it though. I don't love the cringe bits, but it's like I do and I don't. But I knew I was going to, because that's what I do. Like I weave my channeling in with the films and the songs and all of that. It's I might make more of a thing of it because it keeps happening, but again, I'll just do it the way that I do it. Right. So, and this is what I mean. How do you do what you do? That's when it would be, an obvious thing if somebody was really trying to imitate me, if they were trying to do it, because it's like, what I mean? They could try and do it, but then it'd be a bit cringe because it's like, well, you know what I mean? I didn't plan to do that. It just happened because it's me. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's why, and I'm saying that because Spirit guided me to say it, that is something that has fucked me off no end along the journey. When, it's mostly other people come and be like, hey, they don't feel like you. And then I'll go and I'm like, all right, I know why they're like me. It's kind of like, just let it go. Do you know what I mean? Because people like that fall flat in their face anyway. You take it from me. If you're inspired by somebody, great, but don't try to be like them, because you're not here to be them. You're here to be you. So again, and this is what I help people do, is find who it is you came here to be. And also, if you try to be like somebody else and you want to get your twin flame, that's not going to happen anytime soon, because you're following somebody else's path or trying to, and then you're going to hit a brick wall. Follow your own, and guess who's going to be at the end of their door when you open the next part of the journey? Oh, hi, I'm twin flame. Just do bad thing. You're doing your thing, and we'll see each other again. Do you know what I'm saying? Right. So, and thank God I have to deal with a lot. Well, if I do deal with copycats, I don't know about them. So what I don't know doesn't hurt, but that's come from past experience, thank Christ. Right. So, but there's a lot, I'm just noticing there's a lot of bitterness out there in the community right now. There's a lot of people trying to, like you say, put toxicity onto the twin flame journey and bitterness. And there's a lot of big channels out there that I've noticed that have a lot of influence. Really, and it's just like, I'm going to sound like a bitch here, but it is true. It's like, because my Pluto is in the 12th house, it's in Scorpio, 0 degrees in 12th house, I can feel what's really underneath what somebody's saying. And I've seen quite a few, and again, I'm not naming any names because it's, just keeping it general, but I've seen big channels and kind of like people that have got a lot of, that people, get a lot of help from, like very gifted people, but again, they're putting their own shit and not good shit like out there, kind of dampening it for other people. And like, just because other people have had a lot of pain in their life, and then thought someone's their twin flame, they turn out to not be a twin flame, or they've had their mind sort of fucked with all that shit, or karmic partners, like, don't then ruin it for people that are true twin flames, that are here to light up the world and send out all this healing and are helping you. Anyway, that is just what keeps coming through from my guides. Like, don't talk about shit you don't know anything about. And that's a wee bit of shadow and sass coming out, but there we go. It's the truth. Clap that up in the comments to support your sister. Anyway, if you feel led. And I just got drawn to Isis. Right, where the fuck's this card? Right, 8K. Don't get too annoyed. If you do get too annoyed about that, because don't let it bother you for too long. And again, I'd imagine the people that only get really fired up about that are people that have been on the journey a very long time, know exactly what it's about, endure the very challenging parts of the journey and the very magical parts of the journey. And there's just absolutely no fucking doubt in their mind that this is a real journey, and it's a real experience that many, many people go through, but not everyone. The chosen ones go through it, and that's why a lot of people do get jealous. So that's going to trigger people, but it's true. Right, so Saraswati represents the self-knowledge of who we are so that nothing impedes the flow of creativity from the soul. Her name is a fusion of Sanskrit words for essence and oneself. Saraswati's name translates then as the one who leads to the essence of self-knowledge. She's part of the Hindu goddess trinity, the Tridevi, together with Paraswati and Lakshmi. All three goddesses help the trinity of Hindu gods, Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva, to create, maintain, and regenerate the universe. The earliest mention of Saraswati is in the Rig Veda, a collection of ancient sacred texts that date back to I don't even know how to say that, 1500 BC. She is sometimes referred to as the mother of Vedas and is understood to be the personification of knowledge. Students appeal to her for assistance on exams. Writers and artists pray to her to remove all the obstacles that keep them from being clear conduit for the creativity that wants to come through them. Oh, that's for the artists out there, which is a lot of people who I help. And I don't just mean art as in people that paint, but I do help people that do that. Like sing, dance, because dance, is someone a dancer out there? How interesting. Dancers came up. We're all artists. We're all artists with a canvas. I love that. Right. Create your own canvas. That's the message that I'm getting from that as well. Like, grab the paints, metaphorically, grab your canvas and create it. Create your own image, create your own thing coming to life rather than somebody else's. Right, so she is considered to be a river goddess or feminine deity with healing flowing waters. She is venerated as the goddess of music, the arts, and learning because of the association with waters that heal and purify. And we're in Pisces season, water. Her iconography, I don't know what that is, often associates with her as a white lotus, symbolizing the purity of wisdom her energy brings. When we're aligned with the essence of who we are, then what needs to be communicated through us, whether with words or music or artwork, can flow. And again, that's why I just like to say, whoever resonates with this may resonate with what I've felt my guide strongly saying to me of late, is that when I'm going on about this kind of thing, it's like, be careful who you're allowing to have access to you. Because it's like, I've worked very, very hard to become the clear channel that I am. And I often do experience that. I've experienced it for years. And I still can from time to time people that you know, can come at me a bit over friendly, or, you know, just kind of like, you know, just assuming that they can get, you know, pick my brain, or, you know, get my help with something for free, you know, like in that kind of informal way. And it's like, I wouldn't dream of doing that to somebody else. You know, it's kind of like, I've worked hard to become the clear channel that I am, and I'm here to be of service. I'm here to help people. But that's what the booking link's for. Wow, that is really sassy. But do you know what I mean? It's true. You know, like it's and that is only for people that, like, say, if they even get that kind of inkling that they could manipulate me to get that, like, no. That is just no, no, no. And I would advise anyone else there that's resonating with that, if you struggle with it, book a session. I can help you with it, because I have struggled with that over the years, and I don't now. And I don't care whose nose I put out of joint with that. You know, I'm not here to be used. That's basically what the message is. Like, Spirit do just keep really, really saying that to me. So, but again, on top of that, to balance out that message coming through, because it is strong coming through for everyone. And again, it's because Pisces is lack of boundaries and being too nice. So people need to hear it even more. Absolutely. I've not even got words to express how grateful I am for my soul family, my star family. This sounds like I'm giving an Oscar speech. I don't know why I used that reference. I'm not a fan of all that shit, phony crap. Anyway, but it does sound like, it's kind of like, I'm so grateful for everybody that is so grateful for me. Like most of the people that come, everyone that comes and chats in the you know, on here, is just people I feel, you know, very connected with. And again, people that don't chat as well, or people that love my work and clients and stuff. But I, you know, I do have to give a warning, you know, to people that, yeah, still seem to think that they can do that. It's like that. Just only today I said to somebody, you know, in my team that helps me, stuff like this, is just that, yeah, we're going to need to get a handle on that, on just boundaries around, like, keeping it a wee bit more professional there. Right. So anyway, so when we take the time to return to the essence of who we really are and nurture, there's a repeating theme, and nurture that essence, we realign again with the river of expression that the soul generates. Saraswati is a reminder that anything we create that purifies us in the process of making it is a blessing. And that again ties in with what I said, that me sharing my twin flame knowledge, as we're the goddess of knowledge, comes from my own experience and healing myself, and obviously getting healing from others on my healing journey, and healing thousands of other twin flames, both men and women, both divine feminine and divine masculine, sometimes divine feminine and masculine, again, together, because I'm a bit of a couples counselor. You know, that's me using my, you know, my experience, talents and gifts to do that. And again, that brings it back to what I just said. How many other people are doing that in the exact same way as me, with all the exact same modalities, and doing it in that own unique way? There's nobody doing that. I can tell you right now, there might be somebody that's similar, but there's nobody doing it the way that I do it, because they're not me. And I can say the same to you. There's nobody doing what you do the way you do it, because they're not you. Boom. You'd think we're still in Aquarius season channeling it like this, because that's about being different and being unique. But it's because my moon conjuncts Uranus, which rules Aquarius. I that's why it irks me so much. I mean, it really does piss me off when people copy me, because it's like cringe. You know what I mean? Be yourself. Right. Just keep changing that much that people can't keep up. That's what Scorpio rising's about. Right, our art should be judged not on popularity, but on its power to transform us. Yes, and others, I would add to that. Saraswati is a call to return to the essence of our true self. The energy of our card is a charge for more self-knowledge, more awareness of our own unique soul and what our needs are in this moment. She leads us back to the finely attuned space where we can express with ease and grace what the soul desires most to share. And that energy feels like a river moving through us. It heals. And it does. It truly does. Although I've been doing this longer than what I meant, story of my life, I should get that on a t-shirt. It is kind of like, the more I share and help on the ascension process, and specifically the twin flames, the more it heals me, the more fun I have. And that's how it should be when you're following your calling. So what lights you up? I'm going to ask you again, what's that for you? And that energy feels like a river moving through us. It heals, it liberates, and it inspires others to return to their own essence as well. So, what is one word to describe the essence of my true self? Put that below. What is one word to describe the essence of my true self? The essence of who I am flows effortlessly into everything I create. That would be a great intention to use right now. And I think I do just want to do one of these and one of these, and then we'll end it. What do we need on top of that, Spirit? Oh, there it is already. Well, Merkaba activation, transcendence, and what did I just say? Sharing and helping people through the ascension lights me up. You're rising up. Ascension. You can't make this shit up. Oh, very blue. Energy at well, that puts yesterday into perspective for me, what I was, doesn't it? Energy attachments. This is also what I help people with. Energy exchange. Oh shit, the bed. I don't know why I used that expression, but I did. That's what I've been channeling about. Energy exchange. Negative influences, self-sabotage. And you see, I did a lot of self-sabotage has been my journey as well. That's why I'm so good. I'm not going to be modest at helping people that do that as well, because I self-sabotaged a lot because I would get so annoyed at people like copying me. And sometimes it was little things, but it was little things all the time. And it was like, why the fuck is that person doing that? It's like it all adds up and it becomes really annoying. Sometimes it was bigger things. I'm not going to give specific examples, but trust me. And it's, you know, and then I would self-sabotage because I would not want to put stuff out because I wouldn't want people to copy me. But that's not a big enough reason, because if you are here to help create the earth, you're just going to have to put up with that bit of it and just, you know, use extra protection. But I'm just saying, for people that, you know, don't experience that amount of psychic attack like on the level that I do and friends of mine do, you know, it is easier said than done. It can get pretty taxing at times, but don't self-sabotage your stuff because of the other dickheads out there. And yes, I did call people dickheads. So energy exchange, negative influences, self-sabotage. So that is basically what somebody needs to know right now. If you are finding yourself really stuck, really, this is linked to when I shared that 2-minute vision that I had walking along the beach, and then I pulled Evil Queen out of that deck. It's like, if you're finding that you're really slow, stuck in the mud to get things done, to get on with stuff, it's not always going to be that there's some sort of karmic influence in your life. But I feel with what I've been channeling all this week, this is what I'm getting from that. You're on your ascension process, you are rising up. But if you're finding that you're not where you want to be, or it's in truth, right, you're always exactly where you need to be, but you do need to be on the ball with recognizing who is contributing to dimming your light, and basically don't allow it, because you need to take personal responsibility. That's everything I spoke about. Energy exchange, negative influences, self-sabotage. So just really, you need to scan your energy field. But like I said the other day, I personally feel it's impossible to get everything scanning your own energy field. You really do need an energy healer that you trust to do that. I do as well. I can scan my own energy field only so far, and then I need somebody else to do it as well. So, just make sure you are protecting your energy, clearing your energy every day, and going for in-depth energy healings and clearings, which is what I always do. No matter whether somebody's just having a healing chat, it's never just a healing chat. That is energy clearing too. I always do energy clearing throughout everything that I'm doing. Anyway, if you want to book a personal session, you know where I am, and I hope you have a lovely, lovely weekend. If you're watching this in real time and I get around to publishing it on Saturday here, or other than that, I will see you the next time I'm live, which will probably be, I don't know, Monday or Tuesday, but I'll just see you when I see it. Please like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what your word is. Can't remember what the question was now, but let me know below. Right, see you later.